everyone, Catweazle here, and welcome to Turn 1 of Eldritch Horror Azathoth. Okay, just a few things to clear up from the last episode. First of all, on our first mystery, I read it incorrectly. Got confuzzled between Eldritch tokens and the clues. So we've got to put 2 Eldritch tokens on this card, which is half the investigators, and in order to do that we need to spend 4 clues, not 2. I got the Eldritch tokens as 2 mixed up. So it's 4 clues we'll need to put 2 Eldritch tokens on this card and complete this mystery. And what else? Oh yes, and while I was just going through the investigators, good old Agnes, I forgot to go through her special abilities, the actions that she can use, her component actions. She can test law at -1. If she passes, she'll gain 1 spell, so that's really good. You may spend 1 health to roll 2 additional dice when resolving a law test as part of that spell effect. I remember another life, one of sorcery and conquest, so there you go. So that's her special ability. Okay, right, who's going to go first? Well, I think we'll keep it with Norman, just for this particular one. He's as good as any at the moment. But one of the comments that I got from Log was try and spread that around a bit, because you can get mythos cards and stuff where the bad effect affects the lead investigator. So if I've got an investigator that's actually going to be doing something important on a particular turn or the turn after, then I shall try and move the lead investigator token around so they don't get anything nasty happening to them. Right, what are we going to do this turn? Well, one of the things I noticed when I was having a look at the board and sort of sussing things out was we possibly couldn't have got the clues further away from our investigators if we tried. So we're going to have to spend a couple of movement for somebody to get down there. They can't get there this turn. It'll probably take a couple of turns, which is a bit of a pain, to be frank. But there's not a lot we can do about that. So let's get on with it, I think. Okay, so we've got Norman. Norman's in Arkham. So the first thing Norman's going to do is, I think he is going to get himself a ship ticket. So we'll dig one of those out of the supply. He's got a ship ticket, and then he's going to move. He's going to move to space 8. And then he's going to spend that ship ticket and go to Buenos Aires. I just want him quite close to the Amazon. So, and that's the quickest he can get there. He's not going to use his Feed the Mind spell yet. Hopefully we'll get a chance to do that a bit later. But Buenos Aires is where he's going. Trish Scarborough's up next. What she's going to do, she is going to get herself a train ticket, first of all, and then she's just going to move to Istanbul, and that's all she's going to do. That's her turn, because I want her to try and improve her influence here. She's got an influence of 3 as it is, but if we can get it up to 4, that'd be cool. Next up after that, it's Zoey Samaras. So what's Zoey going to do? Well, I think Zoey, first of all, is going to get herself a ship ticket. She's then going to move to space 10, and then she's going to spend a ship ticket and go to Cape Town, space 15, and that's going to be it for her move. I'm going to try and get her to pick up these 2 clues at Sydney and on space 18 if we can. Right, and that leaves Agnes Baker. So what we're going to do with Agnes? Well, I think we spawn clue tokens in London, and if she could get another clue token, that'd be 2. because she got one with the prelude. And then she could start heading up towards Tunguska and hopefully put one Eldritch sign on that mystery. So, sorry, Eldritch token on that mystery. So I think we'll keep her in London. First of all though, she'll get herself a train ticket for next turn. So there's a train ticket for Agnes. And she's going to test a law at -1, because if she passes, she can gain 1 spell. So let's do a bit of rolling. So her law is 4, so she's going to get 3 dice. Come on, Agnes. Boo! Rubbish. This is not a good start. She's going to spend a focus. And she's going to re-roll a dice. So we'll put a focus in there. And let's see if on a re-roll she can't get a success. Yes! So the focus comes in. We've done it. She gets to draw a spell. Right, I get the spell deck. Now, as you can see, it's got clairvoyance on the top. But we don't pick the top one, because they're double-sided. We've got to pick them off the bottom. So the spell is whatever's on the bottom here, and it is Markings of Isis, and it's got a reckoning effect. It's a Glamour. Gain +1 to all skills. Once per round, you may re-roll 1 die when resolving a test. Reckoning. Is that a 2 after it? Oh no, it's a... Tell you, I haven't got my specs on. No, it's not a 2, it's a semicolon. Test law -1 and flip this card on the reckoning. But we've got +1 to all skills. So, pretty good. And once per round we may re-roll 1 die when resolving a test. Right, that seems pretty funky. We'll put that over on a player area. Can spell. And we'll put +1 to all skills. So wait a second while I dig that out. Hello everyone. Blimey, this is a strong spell, isn't it? One of these glamours. I haven't come across them before. So basically this is always on, isn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems that this is on all the time. So he gains +1 to all skills. Once per round, you can re-roll a die when resolving a test. And the only time you sort of resolve the card itself is on a reckoning. And so you'll do that test against law and then flip the card and whatever's on the back side of it. But +1 to all skills, bloody hell. Well, that's pretty funky. So her strength's up at 1, up to 3. Her law is up to 5. Her observations up to 3. Her will is up to 3. And her influence is now up to 4. Oh, bloody hell. Nice work. Right, so that's what I did first. I got the train ticket and then I tested to get a spell. I got a glamour spell, which is absolutely huge, the Markings of Isis, and I've got +1 on all my skills. Oh, blimey, O'Reilly. What a strong spell that is. Okay, so good work, Agnes. So that's the end of everybody's go, I think. So let's just have a look at the action card and just check. Either travelled or prepared for travel. We didn't acquire assets this turn. We didn't rest. We didn't get any focus. We didn't do any trading. But we did do a component action, which Agnes just did. Right, so we're on to encounters. Which is resolve so we can either resolve a combat encounter against a monster on that space. Well, we've got no monsters on our spaces. So we have a location encounter or a token encounter. So first up is Norm. Norm's in Buenos Aires. There's no token there. So he can either have a city encounter, a generic city encounter, or a Buenos Aires Americas encounter. I think we'll have that because we want to see if you can gain a ritual spell. There's a little bit of text under here underneath Buenos Aires that says gain ritual spells, and that's the main sort of test that you're going to get in Buenos Aires. So we get the America's deck. We'll give it a quick shuffle. See, even as we're doing this now, a little bit of Lorg is dying as he watches my pathetic attempts. Are you kidding, mate? Here we go. What have we got? Right. Buenos Aires. In an ancient underground chamber, you study strange scientific and magical paraphernalia once used by the Serpent Men. So I've got to test law. Right. His law is 3. So 3 dice. Here we go. Can we see that? We can see that. There was no minus effect, was there? No, just a straight law test. 5 or a 6, please. Oh, 2 successes. Starman. That's what we like. So we've passed whatever it is. Let's read. If you pass, you manipulate the devices to transform yourself and gain a blessed condition. Woohoo! Alright, so we discard that now. Just put it on the back of the deck like that. And then as soon as we get back to that, we'll just reshuffle everything. Right, blessed condition. This is where how I arrange these should come up. So instead of searching through a massive deck, I get all the blessed conditions, of which there are many. And then I give all these a little shuffle, a little bit of rogue dice, and let's cut them as well. Right, so this is the blessed condition that Norman has. So we don't flip it over, but he will be using blue dice from now on, because 4, 5 or 6s count as successes on your tests. If you gain another blessed condition, flip this card instead. If you gain a curse condition, discard this card instead. And on a reckoning, we roll 1 die. On a 1 or a 2, we discard the card. Let's put that over in his player area. Right, next up is Trish Scarborough. She's in Istanbul. Similar, there's no token there, there's no monster there, so we're going to use the Europe deck. Hang in there, Lorg. Turn away! I'll tell you when I've stopped. Right, I've stopped shuffling now, Lorg. Right, let's cut the deck. And Istanbul. Here we go. Istanbul. Inside the loud hustle and bustle of the Grand Bazaar, you negotiate to find a skilled instructor to tutor you. It's an influence test -1. Right, an influence test -1. Her influence is 3, so it's only 2 dice. Come on, Trish. Oh. But what she's going to do is she's going to use a focus token to re-roll 1 die. Oh, another 4. Sorry, we're going to use the clue token because she gets her clue tokens back. And I believe you can spend as many clue tokens as you want. Re-rolling dies. So we're going to try with this clue token, which we'll discard. I'll discard it by leaving it map side up. Right, so we've got, come on, a success. Rubbish. No good, we've failed. No more clue tokens. Let's see what crapness awaits. If you pass, improve 1 skill of your choice. If you fail, the instructor teaches you nothing. Gain a debt condition to pay for his lessons. Bah! Right, so we've got a debt condition. Ugh! Got a debt condition for nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, I had them all on their own. Well, this is bobbins on this deck condition. Right, take that one. Look, let's read what it's got on the front. Local action. Test influence. If you pass, discard this card. Yeah. I reckoning somebody comes around to collect. That local action, I think if you've got somebody who's in the same space as you, they could also test influence. I think the idea is if like another investigators, like say in the same city as you, they can sort of like manipulate the situation so that the debt goes away. So I think that's what local action means. Anybody on the space can actually test for this card. But as it is, it's with Trish, and she's in Istanbul, and she's got herself a deck condition. Bobbins. After her, it's Zoey, the Mad Chef, who's down here. She's in Cape Town, 15, space 15. As you can see, it's just a city space. So we're just going to do a general encounter deck, which is this one, because it's not a named roundel space. Doesn't have a token, doesn't have a monster. So look away, log. There we go, we'll cut it, and let's have a look on the city. A group of intimidating syndicate members demand you pay them for protection. You offer the well-dressed men what you can afford. Influence test. Her influence is 2, which is rubbish, especially the way I'm rolling at the moment. 1, 2 dice. 6. Good girl. Good girl. Woohoo! Take that. Men in suits. If you fail, they make sure you meet with that. Well, I didn't fail, so in your face. Don't mess around with Zoey. And next up after Zoey, it is the rather foxy, I think, Agnes Baker. So, woo, she's in London, so that's another European. It's the European deck, which I've shuffled already. So I'll just take the top one. London, centre of the Empire. At the lecture of a noted archaeologist, he reveals startling information. Spawn 2 clues. Well, that's good, because we need some clues. We could do with the clues actually being a bit nearer to us. So the first clue goes to Tunguska. Top. So one of our clues is actually where we need it to be to solve the mystery. So put that in Tunguska. And the second one, pick another one. Where's this going? The pyramids. And we've got one at the pyramids there. Right, so we've spawned clues. During the presentation, a stranger tries to sneak a scarab into your pocket. Observation test. I'm going to stamp for that, are you, Agnes? What's your observation? Your observation is now 3, thanks to the Glamour spell. So 1, 2, 3. That's 6. Yes. Go, Agnes. Right. It is inscribed with the words, "Cursed be he who moves my body. To him shall come fire, water and pestilence. If you fail, gain an internal injury condition." Well, we passed, so we don't get it. That goes to the back. Woohoo! Okay. So, that's the end of the encounter phase. And I think that's it. We don't do anything else. I think next up is now the Mythos phase. So let's have a look at the Mythos card. I imagine the Mythos phase is just as funky as it is in Arkham Horror. So these are the... Yes, that just tells us what all these symbols mean. So first of all, what we do is get the Mythos deck that we made up at the beginning of the adventure. Oh, one of the good things about these cards as well on the art is you see at the top here where there's like, I don't know, it's supposed to be a moon or something. That means it's the top of the card, so you always know which is the top of the card, which is helpful. So, oh, it's a green one. So the first symbol we see, we read left to right and then down. So the first thing is we move the omen track. Well, the omen token. We don't move the Eldritch tokens, they stay on the green comet, but the actual omen ring moves. That goes on to a blue constellation. Now, the only gate we have open is this one, and as you can see, that's just a sunburst. So we don't move the doom track because it's not the same symbol. Next up is a monster surge. So if we have a look at our icon reference card for investigators, monster surge, we've got 2. We get 2 monsters, and those 2 monsters are going to come out of the Amazon because that's the only gate that we've got. So we're going to end up with 3 monsters, unfortunately. So, right, monster bag. Our first monster is, ooh, a Shan. These aren't good. I mean, look at that. They just land on your head and then start obviously burrowing in, I would imagine. So they're nasty. They've got a reckoning effect as well. And oh, they're physically resistant. Oh, that means we can't use like guns or anything like that on them. It's got to be magical. Nasty. Right, and that's only the first one. So, give him a little stand. He goes on the Amazon, along with the serpent persons. And the next one is Amigo. Oh, these are clue eaters, I think, in this game. I think I've seen a few where, oh, they're nasty. Look at that, 3 toughness. Look at that. Discard the nearest clue and move this monster to that space. So whenever we get a reckoning, it's going to eat a clue. We need to get rid of that one and quick. But I've got a plan. I've thought of a plan for him. Right. So that is grim. So we've got 3 monsters on the Amazon. I think it's going to be up to Norm to sort that one out. Next up is we spawn some clues. Again, the reference card, it's 2 clues. 2 clues for 4 investigators. So again, we just flip them over. We get Space 19, which looks like Vladivostok or something. Over here, so we'll put that there. And another clue is Shanghai. So we've got one in Shanghai as well. Right, so that's all those sorted out. Fortunately, we haven't got a reckoning effect. The man in the suit slides a contract across the desk. We've spoken to the police and the customs agents, and all of the necessary payments have been made. If you'll just sign this, indicating that you understand your obligations, you can be on your way. His assistant places a pen in your hand. Legitimate banking. The lead investigator gains a debt condition. Unlucky Norm. If the lead investigator already had a debt condition, he resolves the reckoning effect on that card, treating all die rolls as 1s. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Okay, so he gets a debt condition, and that's the end of... That'll be the end of that. Let's pick the debt conditions up. So we've got 2 debt conditions already. That's just pants. But fortunately, Trish Scarborough wasn't the lead investigator, because she would have got 2 debts there, and she'd have had to have flipped the card. Right, there we go. Take that one. Exactly the same on the front. as it was for, as it was for Trish, but as I mentioned on the back, it will be a different resolution should we fail to get rid of it. Right, so that's the end of the Mythos phase, and that's the end of turn 1. I hope you enjoyed it. I think I did it right, but as ever, I'm not really up on this game, so if I have missed anything, by all means give me a shout. If you've got any tactical ideas, it'd be nice to hear those as well. But looking at the board, we do have a few more clues that are a bit more accessible than they were before. Agnes did really well getting that Glamour spell, I think. Norm's in a position, I think, to actually get to the Amazon, and he does have, if I recall, a special action where he can spend 2 clues. He's got 1 clue. He's also gets, I think he can get rid of a sanity that counts as a clue, and he can get rid of 1 monster, I think, on a gate. I think that's right. So that is going to be my plan for the Mygo. That is the one I want to get rid of. I don't want it eating clues. So we can get rid of that. The other 2 are fairly nasty anyway, but the Mygo, we just don't want it going round eating clues. So we'll get rid of that. So that's the plan for that. Hopefully we can get Zoey to pick up a few of the clues down here near Sydney in Space 18. We've got a clue on Tunguska. Unfortunately, Trish no longer has her clue. She could have zoomed across and done it, but she was trying her best, but it didn't work. Oh, when does she get a clue? She does get a clue back though, doesn't she? That was the reason I did it. Let's have a quick look. If you do not have any clues, gain 1 clue. So we can do that as an action. So she can get there, I think, because she does have a train ticket. So she will have 2 clues. So, yes, she'll be able to go there. Hopefully get an Eldritch token on the Tunguska mystery, assuming that she can find that meteorite. So that's a good plan for her next go. Agnes, yeah, see if we can get her moving in that direction as well. Perhaps she can pick up the clue at the pyramids or something. Perhaps somebody's going to have a chance to pick up some assets. We haven't picked up anything yet. But, right, anyway, think about that in greater depth for turn 2. So I hope you've enjoyed turn 1. As always, thank you very much for all the comments, all the views and the subscriptions. Very much appreciated, thank you. So that's it for turn 1 of Eldritch Horror, Azathoth. I hope you join me for turn 2. Until then, this is me, Catweazle, signing off. Toodaloo.